I'm going to take a moment to say this right now. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear anything, don't watch anymore. This is regarding the new Godzilla movie that's coming out in 2014. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the trailer either on YouTube or in front of different movies in the theater. And my sincerest apologies to that one guy who got upset about the title of that one video. Should have put spoiler alert in front. Completely slipped my mind. Anyways, without further ado, yes, it is true, apparently, that the Godzilla script is said to have leaked. So many spoilers. I will say right away, after reading this article, it does seem like a bare bones script. It's like skeleton. It's I think it's Max Borenstein came on to fix script issues, sort of like Lindelof did for Prometheus, which didn't go well. But so this is a pre-Borenstein script. So this is just basically an outline almost. So without further ado, let's just dive right into some of the spoilers. And again, there will be spoilers, so don't watch if you don't want to see anything. Essentially, basically, the big things are Godzilla has been around since the 1950s. He's at least been around since the 1950s. And the second big thing is there's more than one Godzilla. There's a race of Godzillas. Now, you won't see more than one in this movie. You see the fossil of one, but you will only see the one Godzilla. And they were caused, apparently, by the atomic bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's speculated, but they never confirmed that. But anyways, so Godzilla has existed since the 50s, but his famous rampage in the first one never happened, and that brings up another important point. This is essentially like a spiritual successor to the original movie, with the exception of the fact that, his rampage has never happened. And also, he got into a scrap with the military when he showed up, but then he was never heard from again. And the corpse of another one is, like I said, is discovered frozen in the Antarctic ice, locked in battle with these two creatures, what they call mutos. And I'll get into the definition for that in a little bit. But so they call Godzilla, Gojira is the Japanese name, but I guess it means something like God whale, essentially, is what it says in the article. Because the Japanese Jira is just because he's large, but Gojira is like, it's, a god. But of course, the military is going to do their thing and seems a threat and mess up the name a lot of times. So, anyways. But yeah, more about the mutos. There's two of them, a male and a female, and they hunt in pairs. And they need Godzilla because they need Godzilla's species because they need to kill him and basically use his body as like a nest for their eggs. Because he lets off radiation that I guess will warm the eggs or something like that. But the eggs need nuclear radiation to live, gestate, survive, whatever. But anyways, so essentially that's another good thing. Godzilla is going to be caused by nuclear activity, and he essentially is going to be like a nuclear power source. But he uses atomic breath in the movie, for all you fans. Apparently it's only like 3 times, but he does use it. And regarding size, apparently the script does say something, but it's something like 600 feet. But the script doesn't have any, like it says here verbatim, the script doesn't really have any bearing on the director's input, which is a good thing to note because it could completely change by the time the movie comes out. But anyways, apparently Godzilla has an epic battle with the military in which, they fire basically everything they have at him, and he just, shows up unharmed, completely, basically essentially the attack did nothing to him. And that shows just there's a sense of dread apparently. And they know there's no, it's almost like a sense of dread because they can't stop him. They know he's unstoppable. And apparently from the leaker, and I'm quoting this verbatim, in fact, there's a major element about Godzilla, a massive opportunity that would delight fans that just sails on by. I can't fathom any real Godzilla fan, as I guess Gareth Edwards is the director, letting it escape. This element alone would put an entirely different spin on the movie and character. And I'm assuming that after they fire everything, Godzilla doesn't attack the military and doesn't destroy the military. Because from the trailer, and that he is right, if he attacked and destroyed the military, that would put an entirely different spin on the movie. Because watching the trailer, they didn't show Godzilla but twice, and it's only in shadows. You didn't see his real face. So what it seems like is it almost was like they were making it out to be like a Cloverfield, where it's like, oh crap, look at the puny humans running from this monster. And that's why I was kind of surprised when Josh started telling me, hey, there's going to be like other monsters in this movie. It's being reported. Apparently, there's some rumors going around in concept art. But anyways, that's kind of what I was hoping for. But I was a fan of the original Godzilla, so I'd like to see him fight some other monsters in a cool way. But anyways, this is definitely a Godzilla movie. This guy says, so don't worry. And it's being even if they filmed this version as written, it would definitely be like I said, a spiritual successor to the originals. And apparently MUTO stands for, like I said before, Massive Unidentified Target Organism. And there are apparently a lot of these, and I guess that's how they're going to explain Godzilla fighting all these monsters if they plan to make sequels. And these MUTOs are like insectoid almost. And Godzilla is apparently a brutal physical opponent who thrashes, slashes, and whips his tail. So, like I said, not a lot of atomic fire, but we'll see. Now, getting into some characters, Bryan Cranston in the movie, is in the script at least, works at a nuclear facility in Hokkaido, and it melts down. And the meltdown is blamed on a flaw in his design, and that disaster kills his wife. And that's the scene where we see him running, and then he's got his hand up on the glass and talking to that woman. And apparently it melts down. And it causes his stepkids, in this version, I guess Aaron Taylor Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen are related, they're brother and sister, to resent him. I think it's been reported that they changed that, and it's, one of them is, Bryan Cranston is their dad or whatever, but they're engaged or something like that. But this film is, in a way, a sequel to the 1954 film. Like I said, only his rampage didn't happen, but apparently the ending definitely ends in a nostalgic way, and he just, walks off back into the ocean. So, like I said, take this with a huge grain of salt. None of this could be true. All of it could be true. Who knows? We really have no idea. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I haven't seen it reported a lot of places, though, so, maybe it's on the DL. Who knows? Anyways, stay tuned for more updates about this and other movies and other comics, and just the comic book world in general, right here at Hybrid Network. This is CJ, signing off.